In case any of you are wondering, like that's what a Naval Academy graduate is supposed to look like all square jawed and professional looking and articulate. I'm excited for y'all to get to know more about Mitch. Pretty amazing story. Highly decorated Naval Academy athlete. Went underway, multiple deployments as a surface warfare officer, and then came back to baseball. And if you know anything about baseball, the ability to get back into baseball after being off the mound for so many years is remarkable. And for him to do it at the level he was at is pretty special. But so excited for you to know more about Mitch. But Mitch's question is, how do you get everyone aligned in mission and pull in the same direction? And the hard answer to that is you really can't. All you can do is have total clarity of purpose and communicate it effectively and establish kind of a personal battle rhythm that creates an expectation and a standard. And you know the deal from our world, we have what we call commander's intent. And commander's intent is the cardinal north that everything adjusts on. It's the whole reason we left the wire in the first place. And our obligation to leader is to have a very clear commander's intent, because that gives people a chance to say, I want to do this or I don't want to do this. And it gives us the opportunity to ask them the question, hey, do you want to do this or do you not want to do this? There's no victims when it comes to main efforts. But after that, after we've created a clear purpose and then communicated it well, then what I mean by kind of personal battle rhythm is we've got to set pace with our own passion, our performance, process, and purpose. We've talked about purpose. The clarity of purpose is the whole reason we got on this boat. And then am I earning credibility as a leader with my own performance? In what I do, am I doing it as well as I'm expecting you to do what you do? Um, that's performance. We create credibility as leaders by performing at a very high level ourselves. The second thing is passion, and passion is a kind of a weird deal. Passion looks different for a lot of people. Passion doesn't have to be loud and boisterous. Passion can be intense and quiet. One of the analogies I like to use is, you look at the Bears in the late 60s, early 70s, you had Dick Butkus and you had Gale Sayers. Both of them extraordinarily passionate, but their passion looked very different. Dick Butkus was like this roaring grizzly bear, and Gale Sayers was like this quiet professional, but they were both passionate. You look at the Detroit Lions, you have Barry Sanders and Chris Spielman. Both passionate, but that passion looks different. And I think it's important to say that because I want to give people permission to be passionate the way they're knitted together. Everyone can tell when the passion in it is inauthentic or contrived. So just be comfortable in that. However you show passion, it'll be seen for what it is. So we talked about clarity of purpose. We've talked about credibility in our performance. We talked about passion and the presence of it. And then the fourth part is process. Like we got to have process. We got to have these well understood steps that shows us progress. And one of the reasons process is so important is because sometimes progress is invisible. And when we have process, it allows us to endure those far horizon efforts because we can recognize progress as we push through the process rather than waiting on the resulting end state, right? Like sometimes these long duration efforts it's like Sisyphus, you're always rolling the rock uphill. And what process allows us to know is that we're making progress as we work through our process until the ultimate prize is kind of won. So to say that all again real clearly and probably more effectively, one, we have to have total clarity of purpose. And we got to recognize that no one's a victim. When you tell someone this is the purpose and you invite them into it and they say yes, then you hold them accountable to it. And then we got to have performance. We got to establish our credibility with our own performance and things that we do and things that we've done. We got to be passionate, but we have permission for that passion to look differently for each of us, right? Then we got to have process, and process is what allows us to recognize progress while we're still short of the destination of the X on the map. So I'll jam those down into quick notes, but let me know if that's a helpful answer, man. And I appreciate you, and I'm excited for everyone to know you better.